I just wanted to make this video on the DJI Pocket 3 and some opinion and considerations to that device when you already own a device like this. Hey guys, cheers for tuning in to another video. If you've seen my previous videos on my Japan trip, they were mostly just a walkabout and just take a look around. There wasn't really much voicing in that because I didn't do much, but it is what it is. Can't change that. But some aspects of those videos in Japan will sort of harken a little bit into this because we've had a new product announcement. When it comes to content creation, I think the DJI Pocket 3 hits the nail on the head with part of the content I want to do on this channel, which is photo vlogs and also just vlog while I'm out and about on journeys and adventures, and I want suitable tools for that. Now, I do own the GoPro Hero 10. It is a nice camera. I've got the media mod for it, but I explained some limitation of this camera that I've had. It's still a very good camera. I think when I bought this maybe a year and a half ago, it was just under full price, but these days you can get this specific one significantly cheaper, so for the price it's quite good. But let me talk over some of the aspects I've looked at the initial reviews of that DJI Pocket 3. So the form factor is different to the GoPro style of action cameras. It's like its own contained gimbal system and a physical style gimbal for its stabilization. But one of the big things they've done to that particular unit is they put a bigger sensor on it. So in terms of what I want, in terms of the content I do want to do photo vlogs. I want to be able to attach it to like a camera strap or something and just attach it to an anchor point and have it facing so you're seeing what I'm seeing. And there'll be times where I'm going to be in the dark, and I want to do photo walks, photo vlogs as it were, in the dark when it's completely at night, but in city environments. I'll try to show some recent pictures I've taken that I'm quite happy with. They're not edits, they're just JPEGs out of my Canon EOS RP for this, so I'll be somewhere here. But let's just give a rundown. I'm not going to go over the specs too much on the DJI Pocket 3. I'll sort of list some of this stuff from the website, but essentially it is a 4K capable camera between 30 to 60 and I think 120 FPS for the slow motion. I'll do want it for the slow motion, but like I said, it's a bigger sensor. I think it's a 1-inch size sensor. It's got that gimbal style stabilization, and the reason why these work really well versus the GoPro is the thing I wanted a GoPro, the thing I really wanted a camera like this was stabilization. Now, owning the camera, I've learned more about it and the way some of the inner workings operate, and these are important in terms of what I want in these. So just to try to break it down, the stabilization on these action cameras are amazing, like the GoPro, but the way they operate is this bit you need some camera knowledge, but they operate on a higher shutter speed. Now if you're out in the daytime, bright daytime, cloudy days, essentially during the day, completely fine. Well lit environment, completely fine. When it starts getting dark, this is where this camera becomes a big problem. Aside from its comparatively smaller sensor, the shutter speed has to be cranked down in the dark. But then you start noticing a twofold issue. You've got the issue of shutter speed being reduced, meaning the stabilization begins to fall apart, and stabilization is a big deal. The smaller sensor means it's just poorer in low light, so you have two compounding effects. You've got worse image quality and not stable footage. The other aspect, this camera is a little annoying, is when I mount it on like my camera strap or something like that, if I'm using the wider modes on the camera, your footage may be at an angle which you do not know, as you're doing your walk. And if I'm showing some footage here as well, you'll see a walk I did in Vienna, and hopefully I can bring that video out as soon as I can. Now you'll see the angle here is at a slant. Now you can fix that in post by essentially doing a unwarranted crop. You will lose some of your footage, unfortunately, doing this, but also it's the post-production that you need to do, and I rather just get things right the first time in the camera. So this includes even how I'm recording my audio. I have my audio interface plugging in audio directly to my camera via direct monitor, and that's how I'm getting this. I'm not doing any post syncing of audio and video with this. Now, when it comes to the GoPro, it does actually have two ways of resolving that in camera. One of them is called linear horizon, which will lock the level, but it comes at a cost of reducing your field of view. You lose the wide angle aspect to that, and I dislike having that level of compromise. The other option is to get an additional accessory, an expensive accessory called a max lens mod, which, looking at the video footage for that, generally it's like magic the way it works. It just locks horizon no matter what you do with that camera. But that also has a cost, which is lowered resolution. So for the max mod with that GoPro, it'll drop your it'll drop your resolution from 4K to 2.7K. Not end of the world, but like one of the features I want that camera is to record in 4K in 30, 60, 120 FPS. So losing that is an annoyance. So it's a very capable device with many compromises that come with it. The DJI Pocket 3 seems to resolve all of this, and when I say resolve it, it will do a better job of all of those aspects. So because of that physical stabilization, it doesn't need to operate on a shutter speed, which means your footage will be leveled, so you don't have to faff around with your camera strap, however you mount it, you just put it on and it will just be leveled. So that's great. The other aspect is, because like I said, the shutter speed can be low, it can behave in low light environments better without the image being destroyed, and because it's a bigger sensor, it positively compounds with all of these features, which means better low light performance. And looking at the review footage I've seen from people testing at low light and making it a much bigger deal, it's fantastic. So I'm going to show some footage on my GoPro in low light. Now this is with stabilization, not horizon locked, but you'll see how, I'm not saying the stabilization is incredibly awful, but you can see it's not as smooth and the image is incredibly grainy, detrimental a little bit. I still need to see more reviews of it, which is using it with the Rode Wireless Go. There is a package with that DJI Pocket 3 where you can get it with a DJI wireless microphone, but it does feel like the lack of a 3.5mm port is kind of making people not consider this from Rode. Rode dominates this market with this device, it really does. If it's a portable content creator in some form of means to vlog, they have this. I primarily have these microphones for vlogging on the go with the GoPro, which the medium mod provides. So this is another annoying thing with the GoPro. If you want to use a device like this with a 3.5mm jack, you do need the media mod. So it's another adapter, an expensive one at that. Really want to lock you into their ecosystem very actively by having intentional problems. They're not problems by accident, they're problem by designs, and they sell you a solution to that. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video on the DJI Pocket 3 and some opinion and considerations to that device when you already own a device like this, and how you feel about it, learning its limitations. Are the limitations you want to live with, or do you want to find a elegant solution to all this, even though that elegant solution means spending money? Otherwise, it's been my first GoPro device I've owned, and I've been wanting to own a GoPro device for a very long time prior to purchasing that, but here we go. I'm looking to let it go. If you made it this far, guys, cheers for tuning in. Till next video, bye.